EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Cleveland and the newly named Huntington Bank Field, the home of the Browns. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the New York Giants and the Cleveland Browns. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. It's Graham Gano to get this one started. And off we go from Huntington Bank Field. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
Here we go. Cowboy 80.
Sanders now to the air right away. He's got his man, the tight end, David Njoku. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. A gain there of 11. First down, Cleveland.
So we heard about this budding connection all the way back in training camp in the summer. So it's nice to see those reps starting to translate on game day. And I think these two might have a really bright future together. And the more plays they make, the more we're going to see that confidence grow.
The rookie from Colorado on target with that throw. His guys have a first down. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
70 Timberwolves. 70 Lions. Ready.
To throw again is Sanders. Trying to get away, but he will not. They finally run him down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
From the gun, it's Shador. He's got his tight end down the field. That's Njoku. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. That's the second time they found him on this drive. And this one's good for 24 yards.
Here we go. Shot. Let go.
On play action, Shador. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he'll be taken down. But we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Go, check. Go, check.
Moving the tight end right.
Go, 80. Let's go.
They'll run it here, and here's Judkins. Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line. Here now, 2nd down and goal. Putting the tight end in motion. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
On the jump.
Now, Sanders. Here's a screen set up for Judkins. And he will score! Touchdown, Browns. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
On the return, it's Gunnar Olszewski. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Throwing right away is Dart. To the outside, complete to Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
One quarter in the books. It's the Browns with the advantage. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. Giants football here to begin the second quarter. They've got it with a second down and 10. On the give, Scatterboo. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Here we go.
They'll go, and here's Dart. This is caught. He's got a long way to go. And this is going to backfire in a big way. Going for it on their own side of midfield, but they turn it over on downs.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready.
Play action. It's Sanders. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. That defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Second and 10.
Let's go.
From the gun, it's Sanders. Open man. That is Bob. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. It's a Browns first down.
Somebody got to do it. Somebody got to do it.
Ready. Ready.
On the ground, Judkins. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Brian Burns comes off the edge to make the play. From the 20, here's second and 8.
Ready. Let go.
Again, it's Judkins. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up first and goal. 10 yards to pick up there, and that'll get him a new set of downs. So not quite first and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close.
Bronco. 60, go.
They'll run the toss here with Judkins. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 10-yard
Street,
line.
street. Ready.
On 2nd down, it's Judkins. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
This defense is doing a great job here facing this goal-to-go situation, especially on that last play. 2 stops down, and now the pressure really ramps up for this offense as they face 3rd and goal.
3rd and long.
Go. Gravity lock.
From the shotgun, it's Sanders. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on 4th down. They'll try to throw for it with Sanders. And this is incomplete. They don't go for the field goal. Wind up trying to throw for the touchdown. They get nothing out of it on 4th and goal. From 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, here comes Dart. That's made right side. It's Johnson. And he's out of bounds. They're going to mark him at the 35. It's a nice start to the drive. A gain of 10 and a quick 1st down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Out of the shotgun. It's Dart. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. It's Dart. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. Down the sideline. And he will go all the way. Wandale Robinson. Touchdown, Giants. Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Giants will level things out at 7 apiece. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Now return coming from the 7. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
Looking deep here for Tillman. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Sanders to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their second, as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. Now it's 2nd and 1.
Let's go. Bronco 80. Ready.
They go play action with Sanders. Open man, and that's Tillman. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. And the offense will take one here. Timeout with 6 left on the second quarter clock. Kevin Stefanski going to turn to his field goal unit. This a 46-yard attempt. That one doinks off the upright and in. Fortunate break, but the kick is good. And the Browns will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead. Final moments of this first half, kicking with the lead now, as this one is in the air. He'll start at the 4. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half. Points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. The return starts from the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. The throw is Dart. This one is hauled in by Daniel Bellinger. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And this will be a Giants first down. He'll get this up past the 40-yard line.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's go.
Once again, it's Scatterboo. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 7. Dart. That'll be taken in by Scatterboo. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. On 3rd down, here is Dart. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
Well, here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll indeed go for it, and it's Dart. Open man, that's Slayton. And he will have the first down. Needing to make something happen, trailing here in the 3rd quarter. They convert on 4th down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. Throwing again, Dark. They try to work the screen with Scalaboo. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up first and goal. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal. And he's in. Cam Scalaboo. Touchdown, New York. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. A return now from the 4. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line.
On the jump. Come on. Set. Gotta be lying. Steady up.
Throwing now, Sanders on first down. That's over the middle to his tight end, Njoku. And mark him down up beyond the 30. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up first and 10.
Get it. 18 Cardinal.
They'll try the left side with Judkins. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Judkins now as we begin the 4th quarter. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, Cleveland.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
And on first down, it's back to Judkins. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On the set.
Time now becoming a factor as we get to 3rd down.
Hawk 70. Ready.
Out of the gun, it's Sanders. Pass caught by Bond. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Pass to the open man, it's Tillman. And he's going to have a Browns first down on a well-designed play to get 16 to keep the drive going.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll drop to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minutes. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. Here comes third down.
Ready, set.
They come to the line needing 6 yards for a first down.
Just the Eagles.
On third down, Sanders. That one broken up. It is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up fourth down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Scatterboot. Up the sideline at the 35. Down the sideline past the 40. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 79 yards. Touchdown, New.
I don't know what he did, but he's a bitch. That's crazy.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Southern California and the gorgeous SoFi Stadium in the Los Angeles suburb of Inglewood. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the New York Giants and the Los Angeles Rams. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. It's Graham Gano to get this one started. Off we go from Southern California. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Off the bootleg, it's Stafford. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
Protected.
The shotgun snap to Stafford. Open man downfield. It is Adams. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. A pickup of 21 on that connection. Good for a Rams first down. Man in motion is Smith. First carry here for Karen Williams. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you can see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
Stafford now on second down. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
So while they fail to connect on this one, I don't really blame him for continuing to give his guy a shot in tight coverage. When you have someone as special as he is, you can't only throw him the ball when he's open. It's just not going to be enough opportunities. There's not going to be enough volume. So every now and then, there is a calculated risk where even if it's not the ideal window or situation, you've got to give a guy like him as many chances at the ball as you can.
He's got a man. That's Nakua. Complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. Stafford on target to Puka. And the Rams have a first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Play action now for Stafford. Working across the field, Nakua has it. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. It's a big play with Stafford and Nakua. And even 30 yards. This has been a solid opening drive. Knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
59! Blue 60!
Play action, Stafford. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. Kayvon Thibodeau in there for the sack. He forced his way through. A loss of 9. A bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. At the throw, Stafford. This one caught at the 4. And they'll get about 5 yards closer, but now it is 3rd and goal.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. And he'll take it on in. Puka Nakua. Touchdown Rams. And they get the first points of the game. What a way to start it, Greg. You get the ball. It's what you want to do. Settle into this game on top 6-0.
Mike, how often do we have coaches tell us the importance of playing with the lead? Well, they come take the ball right away on the first drive, all the way down there and strike first. And now the rest of the way, let's see how it plays out.
Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. Aggressive play here to score on that opening drive. But they don't get the 2, and it remains 6-0. So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. Olszewski now to return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scattergood. And he'll work this past 25 to the 26-yard line. He's brought down by Kobe Turner. They face second down and 7.
At the 26-yard line.
Operating from the gun, it's Dart. That's going to be incomplete. And it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Third and 7. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. And that one is incomplete and brings us to the end of the first quarter of play. We are through one. The Rams out to the early lead. We're back in Southern California in a moment. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. They'll go, and here's Dart. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. That's incomplete. Derek Hall on fourth down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down.
You know, Mike, you could almost just look down in the huddle, and the players are looking at the sideline like, Coach, isn't the punt team going to come out? And the coach was having none of it. He said, no, you're staying on the field. We're being aggressive all day long, and we're going to go pick up this first down.
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
At the 13-yard line.
Set. Lady.
Now it's Stafford. He pulls it in around the 5. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's first and goal.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Set. Lady.
Stafford. That's to the end zone, but it is incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Ready. 180.
To the air again. Stafford. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tyler Newton. And the Giants are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
The drive will begin with a run by Scattergood. And a good gain. He's going to be marked down right at the 20-yard line. A play fake. Now Dart. This one is hauled in by Daniel Bellinger. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon. And it'll wind up being a first down. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Scatterboot. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. Out of the shotgun, it's Dart. That's caught, and it's Cam Scatterboot. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
We're starting to see this so often, like the days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to. Yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
On second down, Dart. They try to work the screen with Scatterboot. What can they do here on third down and 7? Now Dart. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. They'll indeed go for it, and it's Dart. This is caught. He's got a long way to go.
You know, Mike, there's a lot of coaches out there who believe that an aggressive style of offense is your best chance of winning. Now, this takes it a little bit to the extreme, but I think this is something that we're going to continue to see as this game unfolds.
Hey! 250!
Wow, indecision right away. Delay of game to start this drive. Stafford now. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence in there to drop him. Loss of 5 to start the drive. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. He'll get on the football and spike it here. Third and long. It's Stafford throwing from the pistol. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. And he will score. Puka Nacua. Touchdown Ram. That's his second touchdown so far here in the first half.
That is just a complete disaster. I mean, we're in the final seconds of the first half, Mike, and you give up a huge explosive play that results in a touchdown. No matter what you've done all half, it completely changes the game.
And this one's not going to get there. That is short and left and no good. And the score remains the same. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Olszewski now to return. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. first down. Dart. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. He's got it! And he will go all the way. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle four, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. On the return, this is Blake Corum. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Scalaboo. And he looks past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7.
So brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll go again with Scalaboo. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4. To throw is Dart. Open man is Robinson. And they'll take this down inside the 35. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a first down.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here as we start the second half.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the give, it's Scalaboo. It'll be a short pickup down to the 31. Tackle made by Nate Ladman. Second down, 8 yards to go. Looking to throw. It's Dart. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Akilla Witherspoon. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Ready.
First down, Stafford. Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown.
That's about as bad as it can possibly get, Mike. You're only one play into the drive. You're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty quickly, regroup, take a deep breath, and try to bounce back.
And now, after the pick 6, out comes the offense to try to really rub this in. 2-point conversion. And that is incomplete. 2-point conversion attempt winds up being unsuccessful. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. On the return, here comes Corum. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. throw on first down. This one complete to Atwell. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down. From the gun, here's Stafford. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Tyler Newman. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
On first down, it's Scalabrine. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. We'll go play action here with Dart. The pressure too much, and he goes down. Kobe Turner in there for a loss of 5 on the sack, and now it's third down.
Third and long.
Ready up.
Dart. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up fourth down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on fourth down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming up. You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that fourth down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time fourth down stop.
Drive begins with a run by Williams. And the D closes quickly. He stopped after a gain of a yard. Kayvon Thibodeau with the stop. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again here with Williams. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, L.A.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
It's another run here for Williams. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Fourth quarter begins, and it's a run by Williams. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike. It's just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
That one hard by Smith. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Williams. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down. Looking out of the gun, Stafford. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force fourth down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And he's going to have the Rams first down. Big letdown defensively. They allow him to convert on 4th and long.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up 1st and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do because we know we need to finish this off with 6 if we can. And now being 1st and goal is going to go a long way in allowing that to be possible.
Here we go. 1st and goal.
Set. Take it. 180.
They'll drop to throw. That's called in on the left by Nakua. And he's got another one. Puka Nakua. Touchdown Rams. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His 3rd touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man, they're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having a day.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Olszewski now to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield. So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical 3rd down. But remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got 3rd and 4th down. There's no punt, there's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game, and they've got 2 downs to extend this drive.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
Here we go. This is 4th down. They'll go, and here's Dart. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down. shotgun. They give it to Williams. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Now a timeout. Giants, that is their second. Again, it was just under 90 seconds remaining. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Play action now for Stafford. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. Third down coming up.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
He dives, and what a catch for the first down. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up first down and goal.
You just love to see this effort, especially on third down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback. And it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up a fresh set of downs.
And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be second and goal. The Giants going to call their third and final timeout. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. Ball at the 3, second down and goal. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win here for the Rams. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game and are going to send their fans home quite happy.